So we're all living in the AI revolution, right? But there's this massive bottleneck holding everything back. And you know what? It's not the algorithms or the models. It's the data. The real question is, how do we get our smartest AI to actually understand the messy, complicated documents that run the world? You know, the legal contracts, the financial reports, all of it. That's the challenge we're going to unpack.
Look, you've probably been here. You spend all this time building a sophisticated AI agent or a fancy RAG system. You feed it your company's most important documents, and the results are, well, let's be honest, they're kind of disappointing. It makes stuff up, it misses key details, or it just gets things plain wrong. And that's the core frustration that developers and product managers are wrestling with right now.
And this slide, this just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got reality for pretty much every business. This chaotic storm of PDFs, scanned images, spreadsheets, and PowerPoints. But over on the right, that's what AI actually needs to do its job well. Clean, structured, predictable data like Markdown or JSON. There's a huge gap between those two worlds, and that's exactly where most AI projects fall flat.
So here's the kicker. Building the AI agent, that isn't even the hardest part. The real bottleneck, the true challenge, is getting the data ready. It's all about curating the knowledge and, crucially, preserving the context locked inside those messy files so the AI can actually give you answers you can trust.
This is where the hero of our story comes in. Instead of trying to patch things together with a bunch of custom scripts, there's a solution that was designed from the ground up to fix this exact problem. Let's meet Docling.
So what is it exactly? Well, to put it simply, Docling is an open-source framework that takes that whole mess of different file types we were just talking about and turns them into clean, structured text that LLMs can actually understand and use. Think of it like the universal translator between your documents and your AI. Okay, so how does Docling actually pull this off? Let's dive in and break down the core features that turn those messy files into insights your AI can actually do something with.
Now you might be thinking, hey, don't we have tools for this? What about OCR? And yeah, we do. But traditional optical character recognition just gives you a flat wall of text. It just yanks the words off the page and throws away all the important stuff, you know? The structure, the hierarchy, the meaning, poof, it's all gone.
Dockling's approach is completely different. It's a really powerful three-step process. First, you define a schema. Basically, you tell it exactly what you're looking for, like an invoice number or a total amount. Then, you let Docling process the document. And finally, you get back clean, structured, and this part is so important, validated data.
So what does that mean in the real world? It means you can take a mountain of unstructured invoices and just automatically turn them into reliable, type-safe data. And type-safe means the data is in the exact format you need it to be. No more weird errors because a number showed up as text. It's ready to plug right into your application, no questions asked. I mean, that's a huge time saver.
But just extracting information, that's only one piece of the puzzle. Docling also brings some serious superpowers to one of the hottest AI techniques out there right now, Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG.
It does this with a concept called structured chunking. So instead of just blindly chopping a document into random, fixed-sized pieces which totally break sentences and kills the context, Docling splits the document by its logical sections. You know, things like headings, tables, and captions. This keeps all the related information together, which just makes sense, right?
Now this is where the rubber meets the road. You can see the difference right here. With the old-school fixed-size way, context is constantly getting shattered. With Docling, it's preserved right along with the parent headers. That means you get these really cohesive chunks of info, which leads directly to significantly higher retrieval accuracy. Your AI just finds better, more relevant stuff to answer your questions. It's that simple.
And it doesn't stop there. Docling also has multi-model support, which means it actually understands and saves the images and tables, making them searchable too. And this next one is a total game changer. Built-in provenance. Every single piece of data is linked back to its exact location in the original document. We're talking page number, even the coordinates. This means you can finally trust the AI's answers because you can easily click and verify exactly where it got the information from.
So Docling is obviously powerful on its own, but it's not some isolated tool. Nope. It's designed to be a team player, the central hub of a modern AI stack that plugs right into the tools you're probably already using.
One of the absolute coolest ways it integrates is through something called the Docling MCP server. This is an open standard that lets an AI agent just ask for a document conversion using plain English. It can literally say, Hey, take this PDF and turn it into Markdown, and the server just handles it. Your agent can prepare its own data on the fly without you having to write a bunch of clunky code that's just going to break later anyway.
This slide really brings it all together. You've got Docling right in the middle, acting as the hub. You process your documents one time, just once. And from there, that beautiful, clean data can flow anywhere, directly into major RAG frameworks like LangChain or LlamaIndex, into your existing data pipelines, and, of course, to power your final apps. It's all about parsing once and using it everywhere.
Okay, let's bring it all home. What really sets Docling apart? What makes it ready for serious enterprise-grade work?
Well, there are 4 huge advantages. First, it's open source with a super permissive license, which gives you total freedom. Second, it has strong governance because it's part of the Linux Foundation. This isn't some side project. It has a stable, predictable future. Third, it's built to run securely on your own servers, which is an absolute must-have for industries like finance and healthcare. And finally, like we've seen, its whole ecosystem means your team can just build faster and write way less glue code.
At the end of the day, it all boils down to this one simple thing. When you fix the data problem at the source, you get what everyone is trying to achieve: an AI that is fundamentally more accurate, more reliable, and way more transparent.
When that barrier of messy, unstructured data just disappears, the possibilities really explode. So I'll leave you with this question. What could you build if your AI could truly understand any document you throw at it?